Stand here, my horrors, and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech as we continue the campaigns of Howl's, Harrows, and last time, well, the Underguard got its arm blown off. We also managed to steal a longbow, and a lot of you seem to think that we should build it as a replacement catapult, or just cram in all of the heavy MRMs that we can possibly manage. We'll think more on that. Anyway, we're taking a battle, a heavy lure, so we're ensuring a heavy mech, mainly so I can steal and sell it. Probably is the best plan. But anyway, 330 priority salvage, 401,200 seals of 4.5 skulls. Let's drop on down and see if we can't go capture somebody. Oh look, there's lots of fire right next to me. This ought to be interesting. Okay, so we are within melee range, basically. Got a light TBM-10 carrier, a light TBM-5 carrier, and there's a heavy hybrid TBM-15 LRM-20 carrier. And I am 80% positive that there is another vehicle right behind it that is just gorging smoke all over the place. So we're going to have to engage pretty much immediately, which may or may not have actually been the plan. Actually, it wasn't, but we were hopefully going to be able to take something out. We're looking at the enemy heavy unit primary. Oh, the ghost. Okay, no caring about the ghost whatsoever. And 3 reinforcement lances. So right now we're looking at 13 to 15 units, probably. I mean, it could be 16, but I kind of don't think so. Alright, our Hydra LRMs are more than capable of just wiping one of these out. I'm going to target the TBM LRM carrier because they're incredibly dangerous. I'm just going to dump a whole ton of fire on everybody. And there we go. First target down. Oh, oh. You were supposed to be able to move after that. That's very bad. We've got to kill everyone. I'm gonna get nuked. Okay, incoming cannon fire. Looks like it probably artillery. Did not manage to hit. Death Crusade. You probably can't hit anything. Howl has a similar problem, but Howl is going to lay up an artillery shell right on in there. And Lava Thumper, high explosive. Get some damage down, and then we'll get on the move. So who is you off on the side? Who is the artillery boy who decided he was going to try and ruin my day? He missed, but he was still out there, and so there's that. Okay, we got the multiple crossings in there. Is this the map with the... Yeah, there's another giant plume of smoke. This is not the window map, is it? I don't think so. Big empty forest, they all look like. Death Crusade can sort of shift into a position where potentially fire it at anything he wants. Hi, you've identified a few targets. Oh my goodness. It's times like these when I wish you were a multi-target pilot. Do you have 2 Thunderbolt 10s? That's not all that dangerous. You also are not all that dangerous. I'm gonna do it with just on running half gun. That'll do it. Crew compartment crit. Annihilation has been executed. If I can just get another mech in behind the ghost, we can probably blow it up. More incoming cannon fire, something that we want to alleviate as soon as we possibly can. Finn in the Vulture, honestly can do whatever Finn wants. So Finn's actually going to move right on over here, place himself into a position where he can fire over the line of sight. And I should not do that. Oh, he's moving on 18. It is 18. I don't want to do it, but I have to. Structure exposed, which is not good, but we did start a fire across the entire thing, and that's why I didn't want to do it. We're going to burn down this entire forest now, which is, 1, a bit of a performance headache, and 2, now I've got to, charge over the hills while fire is screaming at my back. Which can be a little bit of a rough thing to have to deal with at times. Kind of wish I could lay down like a fire suppression round right after that. So the light TBM-5 carrier is trying to figure out what he needs to do now. He's going to stand in the middle of fire. I give him great credit for being a brave soul, and he did nothing. Good. The Emperor, or shoo, the BlackKnight. The BlackKnight wants to get right on in on top of you, if at all possible. Would you be so kind? Good hits on a penetration. Did not kill the mech, unfortunately. Coach in the Onager could just go for a kill. So I will have Jester move first, and Jester's just going to get a direct line of sight on multiple targets. Because Jester can kill. Probably. Multi-target. You. And you. Oh, right. The ghost can't be multi-targeted because the ghost is a stealth tech. In that case, I'm going to go shape charge, direct fire for the accuracy boost, and swarms, and we'll also go warlord because why not, and land in. And that'll kill. Which knocks out a whole bunch of jamming that's happening across the entire thing. And I will rely on other mechs to take care of the carrier. It's not the most elegant way of doing the job, but it does the job.
Copy that.
Alright, so we've managed to wipe out the entire reinforcement lines. We showed up right when they were there. And now we can start pushing towards whoever the next target is. The Mackey will start running on forward. We have no sensors, of course, because it is a round 1, which is why you want as many area of effect weapons as you can possibly manage. Because it allows you to basically, well, cheat. It's probably the nicest way to put it, but yes. I'll lay a shell right down here. Because I see a big flag. Yes, I hit something. Although it wobbled. Not sure if that's a tank or not. So we should have broken contact with the enemy now that we've wiped out this initial lance. Of mostly vehicles. Yes, it's a quick draw. Alright, catapult Mech 2. Gonna run on over here. You actually will not have a line of sight on anybody.
No shooting,
Which is a tad unfortunate. I would like to hit this quick draw. It is not the primary target, so that's good. So I can basically ignore it. Yeah, we have an internal combustion engine ghost? That can't be right. That seems several levels of wrong.
Got something you want done?
Yeah, I want you to sort of move up here and then sort of take a peek at what I'm dealing with here. Plasma cannon. Okay, that's interesting. And we found a Loki, and is the Loki my primary target? No. Yes, the Loki's the primary target. There is a Stalker Misery with a Gauss rifle in the background after that. So I'm going to target the Loki with Infernos, and we're going to start getting a little bit of a cook on. There's a lot of mechs back there that I got to kind of set on fire. Loki would be a good robbery if I can manage it. Misery also as well. Misery is actually a hero mech from MechWarrior Online. And the Gauss rifle can be pretty nasty. Also, I believe it has stealth tech, but I'm not positive on that. So we're just going to sort of move ourselves into a position right up here where we can shoot down to the enemy. We'll see if we can't get the cook going on, because I would like to steal them with fire. Stealing with fire is always a good plan, because it gets your hands on a lot of cool gear. The quick draw we don't need to keep alive. The ghost we absolutely don't need to keep alive. So the moment we get a decent line of sight on either of those targets is the moment that they explode.
Roger.
Chainsaw and twin large pulse laser. That's your idea of a mech. Okay. Probably not, but okay. A little bit of heat's going on in there. Not too bad.
Damage is minor, Commander.
We can work with that. The Mackey, on the other hand. Go target that Loki. This is not gonna... We're not gonna direct fire attack it. We're just gonna area effect, and we're just gonna bombard everything. Light it all on fire, baby. All on fire. The entire planet has not been covered in flames. You haven't done your job. So that's what we're gonna get done, Jester. And the Emperor. The Emperor currently lacking really much in the way of, you know, support rounds for maximum range. How do you not have... Oh yeah, because your thumpers are currently set to direct. Reset there. Actually, just test the waters. 19, 27, 24. Yeah, that's what I thought. And you can lay a little bit more on you. Shape charge, of course, to high explosive. Thud. Good damage. Spreading all around. That's kind of the idea. It's part of the plan. Alright, the BlackKnight NOTSM is no doubt on, so we're going to make sure that we run through the fire in order to keep that temperature high, and it didn't work. Should have stopped in the fire. That would have helped out a little bit. AMS protection going down. Should probably set my AMS to maximum protection. I don't necessarily see the target just yet. The Loki actually... Is it a Loki or a Hades? Oh, I think a Loki might be a Hades. Doing large pulse. Blasting the Onager from a little bit of a distance. Probably cooking himself a little bit. I mean, twin large pulse, and the other thing he's got is a chainsaw and an internal combustion engine. We have a smoke plume back there. So this is a vehicle of some description. Oh, no. The smoke plume comes from his chainsaw. Right. Somebody mentioned that in a previous, several episodes ago. We were staring down a BlackKnight. I was like, hey, internal combustion BlackKnight there. No. It's a chainsaw. And the chainsaw creates that effect. Okay, Finn, stay just behind the ridge, because I don't actually want to reveal you. You're a very important member of the family, and why is... Oh yeah, one line, got it. I mean, Misery's a great target. I think we're just going to area effect. I don't know what this is. I suspect, but I don't know, so I'm going to Inferno these. Because I don't want to deal with your cannons. We were shot at by 2 artillery pieces early on in turn 1. I suspect it's either here or here. There he goes, zipping at maximum speed.
Commander.
It may end up being nothing, but I want to be prepared for it. Because artillery is crazy. And painful. And crazy. Explosive shell. A little bit of damage done. And a continued walk forward.
I copy.
What's up,
Paradox in the catapult. Just gonna rush on forward. We'll actually get a line of sight. Interesting. Not in SRM range. Could start trying to cook the ghost a little bit. I'm very limited on the number of hydras I have, so I'm gonna hold back on that. If it was one of the other mechs, I wouldn't try it.
Ready to
Like
rock.
the Onager, which is a little bit better setup for this kind of cooking. That'll be the direct line I'm looking for.
Quick stepping it.
High. Infernos are not in range, unfortunately. Looks like the Hydra's jammed last round, which is really unfortunate. He is a Hellbringer, okay.
10-4.
He's not a Hellbringer, he's a... To look at... I'm not even going to bother trying to figure it out. Laying a little bit of heat on top of our primary target, although honestly, the primary target's a little less interesting to me than the Misery is. So honestly, the Misery is a lot more cool. I think. I mean, the Loki, I believe, is an Omni. He's also running like a coward. Get back here. Get back here so I can beat the
Waiting
other
on
living
you,
crap out of you.
Commander.
You'll never know what hit you. But he ran off. I can't hit him anymore. We will lay a little bit more fire down on top of you.
Engaging target.
I'm going to wait until I actually have like good lines of sight on targets before I start really investing in that.
Receiving you.
King Crack. Can't actually get a line of sight. Can I get one that doesn't require him to shoot through friendlies? Not really. I mean, I'm gonna run the gun. So let's run the gun. Surprisingly, actually on temperature. Got an armor penetration on a 22.
I hear ya.
Love it. Sprint on forward. And you're not actually in range despite your ER description of your ER medium lasers. So we'll ignore that. Oh, crap. Remember the defense. Defense should not be ignored. Defense is very important. It allows you to be aggressive if your defense is good enough. And that's what we need.
Commander.
A sort of defense that cannot be penetrated by any form of bombardment. Good, alright.
Ready
Chester,
to get it on.
your Emperor, forward. Don't need to be within line of sight. I have no intention of doing that just yet. So I will lay more high explosive shells right over here.
Roger that. It's go time.
Got the 25%. That's what we were expecting. Took quite a bit of investment, but that's kind of the point. So we'll see what they want to do. So the quick draw of the Misery. This is a really nice lance. I mean, aside from the Ghost, I like the quick draw though. This Misery is able to run perfectly cool, though it does have the Gauss rifle. Also has a plasma rifle, which did manage to hit us, so props to you, sir. Looking to try and beat me in my own game, are you?
Commander.
Allow me to stop you from doing that.
Confirm.
Can I hit you? I can hit you directly. Don't say... Well, the accuracy is so poor that there's no point. So I will Hydra you. Because that'll actually Hydra both of you. And then I'll rush the Onager in, and the Onager should have no trouble cooking you. Because they're just standing in the ocean of fire. Start laying down just a little bit of heat, and suddenly everything burns. Got a vehicle over here that we gotta worry about. A vehicle right there that we need to worry about. There's a Centurion. Do we know what the Centurion's up to? Medium heavy laser and Natium 9.
What
Okay.
are your orders?
So he's mostly helpless. Not entirely, but he does have that air about him. Ooh, that's actually really good right there. That hides me from misery, but keeps me in a direct line of sight of the primary target. So I don't want you, nor you. Never mind, I lost sight of the primary. No, there it is. Okay. 43 on the SRMs will go Infernos, Plasma Cannons, Rocket.
Affirmative.
And 77 heat, almost on the line.
Receiving you.
Finn's Vulture could push him over, and I think I'm going to do that.
Acknowledged.
I want to deal with him. The heat is offline. Move to the side.
Heading out.
He'll prepare to engage more vehicles. But I have the quick draw offline, which is helpful. It's a 60-ton mech regardless of the fact that it's a quick draw. Quick draws are still dangerous. You got to give them some respect. You are unsteady, and you are going to walk backwards. Find your pulse lasers. I did actually give the catapult a pretty decent shot on that one, actually. Which is a little bit irritating. But he's just cooking, so that'll be easy to cook him off. Shut down, 99 ones, target the head, go for a shape charge, 75 damage, that's what I need. Did not kill, but did make him unsteady. Thanatos continues to push. What are you going to do? What's your move? Because I would like to take the head off the quick draw just to make it easy on me. Misery, of course, is a primary target, and I was hoping that wouldn't happen, and it did. Gauss rifle hits are always painful because they're big penetrations. At least hit the leg, but there's a prototype double heatsink in that leg, and I don't want to lose it.
Ready for orders.
King crack! No way! Sprint. I mean, the shot requires me to shoot over a friendly unit, which is a little bit rough. Shot off one of my rotaries, aim for his head. Okay, not good.
Critical hit.
He's got a gyro double XL in there. On your back. I'll be able to follow up with just a little bit more heat in the next round. Hopefully that'll get him to panic out. We got a thumper artillery vehicle, which is going to require a little bit of love. Okay, you can just run right on in as hard and as fast as you can.
Moving fast.
Hi. Ooh, we actually did hit him in the head a couple, well, at least once. Yeah, once. How much Senators you got left? Not much. I'll leave it to the people who are really good at this sort of thing. Actually, you're not bad. I will allow you to fire one time. Actually, no, you need to fire to get the heat up. You need your endo-TSM active. Sorry.
Tell me what to do.
I would give her a chance, but, I mean, endo-TSM, high speed, aggression, that's what I need. So, if she's gonna get onto the target, and she wishes to, she's gonna have to be a little bit faster than what she's currently doing. So I'm gonna have to lay a heavy barrage on top of this thumper. I don't want to have to deal with it. The head armor, or turret armor, is almost gone. So just a little bit more heat dropped on top of him from the vulture, which is coming up next round. So this quick draw, a lot of interesting technology that quick draw actually.
I'm here.
Jester. Not Mockingbird, Jester, please. Target. Target him. Nope. Target him. Oh, never mind. Jester's in this, which is not necessarily a problem. It just means that I have to reassess. Right. Target. Right here. Indirect thumper fire. And for once, in range for swarms, which doesn't happen all that often. And you keep walking forward.
Order received.
Mockingbird in the Mackie has an Inferno shell. Lay that sucker right down on top of where we're going. Right on there. Let it fly.
Roger. Target confirmed.
Whoosh, more fire. The more fire you have to fight your way through, the better off I feel.
Move order received.
So, I am expecting Misery to do more. Because Misery is a nasty mech. Very, very aggressive. Gauss rifle, 4 medium lasers and a large laser, I believe, and an SRM 6. That Gauss rifle just gives it so much good penetration. And your top armor is gone. A little bit of long range fire onto the Onager, but the point defense is massive. And we have managed to shoot down a grand total of 20 missiles without breaking a sweat.
Need something, Chief?
Catapult Mark III. Misery is the one I want. Do it. Push it
On my
hard.
way, double time.
Show me Misery. 30%. Go to 50%. Go to 50% with Infernos. Go to Warlord. Go to 56. Let's have a barbecue. Okay, temperature is high, which is the plan. Of course, the quick draw not able to move at the moment. Death Crusades can crack. Finn is Vulture. Vulture is going to knock out the Thumper. Good. Shredded on that one. So we've knocked out a couple of artillery pieces already. Counter battery is working as intended. I don't want to reveal you. You will stay here. So Coach is on 20. We don't know what Misery's on. I'm hoping he's lower than that, but I can't guarantee that. Is that a... That's a Fafnir. Probably a... or it might be a Dreka, which has the built-in Gauss rifles. You can't ever lose them. So it kind of forces you to play a very specific kind of Fafnir, which is not really a problem for most people when we stop and think about it. Yeah, the Fafnir is really cool when designed in that fashion. By indirect artillery, I might actually kill you. Oh, misery is cooking. If I can get there in time. A Demolisher? I don't know what that is, but that's gotta die. Because it appears to be a thumper equipped Demolisher. And we're gonna start laying in
I copy.
the fire. That's a primary target for artillery right now. Two sawn-off thumpers. Interesting. Please don't be misery. Just please don't be misery. Not until Coach goes. Let Coach do the cook. Needed to shut down misery, and then misery can go. Because we'll be able to take misery. I don't know if I'll take this quick draw. This quick draw is pretty beat up, unfortunately. Okay, Centurion shifting around, showing his back to me. Turn to his side, okay. You. Take aim. Aim head. You get to shoot. One shot. What else do you see? You see the ghost. Take that back. Run him through. That kills the ghost. Good job.
Spangled down.
And that'll hopefully help panic our primary target. Okay, heat up on the King Crack. Expected. That was not the point, but we knew it was coming. It's a very toasty mech, very difficult to use at max power, but when you do, I mean, you can turn mechs into Swiss cheese. It's great. Lucky shifting on in, that's okay. Onagers up.
Affirmative.
Hi. Remember me? Misery has a built-in electronic, well, not built-in, but Misery has an electronic countermeasure suite. Hello.
I'm on him.
That's a cook on Misery. Stalkers are awesome mechs. Yeah, so we managed to just beat Misery to the punch.
Yes, Commander.
Mockingbird's Mackie. We have another Inferno Shell, and we have a target for said Inferno Shell. Lay it right on here. A Demolisher in a forest. Hopefully not the fastest thing ever. Positioned well, good. I'll allow the Emperor, I think, to take a pair of shots at Misery's head, see if he can't take it off.
What can I do for you?
Showboat, yes. What is in your center torso? We don't know. That's okay. You're running right over here.
Got it. Max speed, no shooting.
Oh boy, look at that temperature.
My heat's getting pretty high.
Not gonna lie, that's actually kind of the plan.
Getting pretty hot in here, Commander.
Good, you'll be absolutely boiling when the time comes. Show me Misery. Show me Misery's head. Give me a pair of high explosives. Shut off the swarm. Didn't get what I'm looking for, but we have a couple of more rounds of shooting that we can pull it off. Because if I can knock out Misery's head, the quick draw is an easy take. The Loki is an easy kill. Centurion is an easy kill. I want to know what Fafnir I'm dealing with here. Because there's a really, really good one. And there's a really couple of terrible ones. Okay, no. Ooh, he's got 2 LRM-10s. Which Fafnir is that? Shoot, no. Please don't be hit, please don't be hit, please don't be hit. It was heat.
You can fry an egg in here.
Okay, that's just the most important target at the moment. I will shut off the ML-20. You'll aim for his face. Please get out of... You don't have shooting scoot. Right. Don't be dumb.
Move into position.
Aim for his face. Infernos. And that's...
Hostile removed.
Engine crit? I don't know. I don't know how he died. It's not super important anyway. But he's now dead. You'll be able to run into and kill the Loki without too much trouble. Small explodes 2 ER pant and an MRM-10 with hardened ferrovirus armor, I suspect. It does indeed. Okay. So we gotta take his head off.
Confirmed.
Onager. The Onager has the ability to take a mech's head off. In one round of shooting, I might add. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes. That must be the plan. Looks like Misery's arm has seen better days.
Here we go.
This thing has got to die. That's far too dangerous to be left alive, and yeah, that's worth throwing yourself into the middle of the engagement for. Okay, so this is Hard Rider. Right. It's not really a mech that I'm super jazzed about. The reason is because we've had a Hard Rider before in Apollo's Vipers campaign. And it's a good mech, don't get me wrong. Hard Rider has some phenomenal capabilities built into him, but at the end of the day, I've used the mech before. And I have the option to not use the same mechs. High Misery, target the face, Thumper, Tape Charge. Panicked, okay, we can work with that.
Heading out.
How badly panicked are you? I may just dunk a whole bunch of fire into you when I have the chance. The Emperor. Aim for the head.
I copy.
Oops, apparently my thing has come on. There goes the right arm,
Inflicted some heavy
which is
damage.
annoying. The losing arms I don't believe actually affects getting the whole mech, so there is that. Not Demolisher, Heavy Ammo Carrier, Inferno, and a Guided. They can burn. Got it. Okay, so we don't have to deal with that again, but we still have that Thumper.
I'm out of long-range missiles.
And that Thumper is nasty. Misery, will you please just come quietly? That's all I'm asking for here. Just come with me. Don't give me any lip. Just chill. So the Loki has hardened ferrofiber armor, which is really cool, and you kind of want to steal it. Death Crusade. King Crack. King Crack could use the rounds to chill out, but do you see that? Absolutely do. Yeah, right. Solid hits on the Centaurian. Minus 60% damage, of course, because of the cover, but still solid. Showboat.
I hear ya.
Damn it. How are you not able to get in range of anybody ever? Oh, okay. Let's think about this. Mockingbird. You're Mackie. 69%. If you miss this shot...
Target locked.
Beautiful. If she had missed this shot, she would have cooked herself and everybody around her, which is not good. She is down to high explosive shells only. And of course, you know, the large lasers, which are ever so fun. You're worth a lot of cash. Like a ridiculous amount of cash. So... Ooh, you're also really toasty.
Sprinting. Getting pretty hot in here, Commander.
And holding it. Good job.
My heat's getting pretty high.
So why did I not try and immediately kill the, holy crap. Oh yeah, it's a pirate large pulse. Tends to explode, but it's actually really powerful. Because it's basically three, not quite heavy lasers, but we're getting pretty close there at that point. So the Loki has in his possession an incredible amount of cool, powerful gear. Like, that hardened ferrofiber stuff is no joke. If I can steal it, that's a goal.
Waiting for orders.
Downtoss, Misery please. Headshot, indirect shape charge.
Target confirmed.
Thank you. Oh no, never mind. The whole mech just exploded because the... That's a ammunition explosion.
Coordinates.
It's okay, I'm not angry. I am calm, I am zen. There is no anger here, there is only victory. So, assuming of course I managed to outspeed the Loki, which I don't know, because I believe Coach is up. But I don't know how they're going to twist it. Loki's up, yeah. And Loki managed to shed all that heat. Okie dokie. Let's get to work then.
All right, let's move.
Hi. MML, SRM, Inferno. Plasma cannons.
Firing.
77 heat, that's pathetic.
Commander.
That's actually really pathetic. Centurion, a little bit more fire on him. There we go. This little arm explosion. Knock at his Omni shield.
Standing by.
Am I deliberately delaying? A little bit, not gonna lie. But my reasons are sound. Guided shells coming for the thump polisher. Hit, and a penetration, which is good. And your position is fine. Don't move. Jester. In the Emperor. Do you see the... You do. Shape charge. Go for Warlord. Knock out the thump polisher. Oh, I should have fired my... Should have fired my LRMs.
Reporting. Vehicle destroyed.
So that's knocked down. Good
I'm
job.
out of AC-10 ammo.
And
Waiting on you,
Showboat.
Commander.
Showboat should have no trouble killing this guy whatsoever.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
And there goes everything that ever
Did you
existed in
see
that
it?
mech.
Did you see it?
So we're down to 2 mechs and 1 mech. So the Draco's running off. Or not the Draco, the pirate Maximus. Maximus Brutimus. It's not, but it
Yes, Commander.
it's carrying a pair of rotary autocannons that I don't really respect all that much. I'm missing somebody. Somebody's alive and shouldn't be. Let's look for smoked plumes, because that's important. There is an enemy mech or vehicle that is somewhere around here, and I don't want it to be.
Copy that.
Alright, here's the plan.
Target locked on enemy six.
Wait, what? How did I structure expose that? How did you outspeed both of my people? Okay, he rolled a 22. So this is unfortunate, because now you can turn around and you can brutalize the Onager more. The Onager just eats so much damage, it is such an attractive target for the enemy. And I understand. Never mind, you
Waiting
sat
for
still
orders.
and did nothing. You can reserve.
Hey there.
Hi. I'm gonna overwhelm you with firepower. Literal firepower. You will not be able to stop it. 134 heat, that's a start.
Standing by.
Howl has no way of participating in this. Coach.
You got it.
Hi. Maximum. Both plasmas. Pilot ejected, okay. I was worried I had broken something, but no, we got the primary target down. Oh no, there were only 2 mechs in his lance. That's interesting. Huh. Who'd have thunk it?
No shooting. Just run.
Hi, you're fascinating. But you're also worth a lot of money.
Waiting for orders.
Like, that's the big thing right there. It's 100-ton Fafnir. The amount of cash that thing is worth is just
What can I do for ya?
tremendous. Alright, so here's what you're gonna do. You are going to rush into him, basically. You're gonna vigilance. You're gonna fire up all of your medium lasers.
Got it.
And next round, you're gonna turn him into absolute scrap.
Fry an egg in here.
Standing by.
The Emperor can, I suppose, land a little bit of support fire.
Locked on.
Landing short, hitting us, but hey. That's okay. That's okay. We planned it.
Affirmative.
I mean, we didn't, but we had hope that things would work out better than they ended up.
Take the shot.
Okay, I got the unsteady result that I was looking for.
I'm here.
And the Maggie would be overkill on this. Absolute overkill. Enemy force, he's unsteady. He's facing a target which is fully braced and locked up. And he does have 2 pirate rack 10s. But he's gonna go for the punch, as I suspected. And of course his point defense system, but that doesn't matter because I have enough of mine.
Good to go.
Berserker. Allow me to show you how it's done, sir.
On my way.
There. Oh. Mm. That's beautiful. Alright, so there's a couple of really interesting mechs on the floor. I didn't go for the Fafnir deliberately. I've had a Fafnir P before. It's a great mech, don't get me wrong. I have nothing but love and respect for the 100-ton Fafnir class. I've used a Fafnir before. There are so many other mechs that I'd rather have. That I'd rather have different. So a little bit of roughness on the Onager as expected. It always takes so much damage. They know what a dangerous target that is. So it is a Hellbringer. It is a pirate Hellbringer. Has a whole bunch of cool gear inside. I'm not really interested in getting a mech at this point, I don't think. I may go for it a little bit. Oh, look at all those Earth Cannon Melt 20s. Plasma Cannon, that's a normal one. Sawed-off Thumper is -1 accuracy, -2, but is like 3 tons lighter. I mean, it's not terrible. Reduced range and accuracy. A lot reduced in accuracy. Suspicious Cargo is something you'd never want to deal with. A normal Thumper. 15, yeah, it's a 3-ton savings in order to get a little bit. That's it. It's 3-ton saving. There's no way around that. But that's not the thing that I'm mainly interested in getting. I actually have some of this. I haven't used it yet because it's hard to get into a mech, but it's worth 20 million C-bills, which is a pretty big deal. Reinforced, Warfare Suites, heavy MRM ammunition of various types, which I could very much use. Much less than kill. 6 tons. I might need more of that. Check down below. As I suspected, there is no interesting Thumper rounds. I had hope. I really did have hope. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, it doesn't. I don't know if there are special Thumper ammunition rounds. I really wish. I need this, and I need that. Sawed-off Thumper, meh. Ooh, actually, what I could do with the Sawed-off Thumper is put it on the Thanatos. Although it would lose even more accuracy. Yeah, the Rack 10 doubles, because I do believe I have a Rack 10, and I just haven't been able to field it because it requires too much ammunition. I didn't have enough tonnage, but hey, I've just picked up another 2 more double tons. That might actually be enough to start running it. So I need to find a mech to start cramming that into. What can I upgrade? Although, well, would it be? No, I can't replace one of the King Crack's guns with that. It'd be nice, but the tonnage isn't there. Unless, I mean, it is a clan one. We'll actually have to take a look at that, because if it's a clan one, and if it takes up less, well, no, it would take up more space, I'd bet. And then I'd also have to rejigger the ammo, and that would be a pain. Because I don't think the ammunition fits. 37,000 for the next 6 days. Kind of to be expected, I suppose. We knew what we were getting into. We were successful, but, you know, when you're going on a heavy lure, you better make it work. 5 days on that. 9 days on the longbow. The longbow is just getting a patch up. There's nothing put into it. It's just hit the repair button and rock and roll with it. So lots of work needs to get done on this one. Not quite sure what we're going to do about it. The heavy MRM suggestion is pretty good. I mean, it's, you know, heavy MRMs. You can't go wrong with heavy MRMs. Show me the store, because we do own the faction shop here today. To our faction store. Oh, there's an avatar. Heavy team cluster. I have 4 tons. I have 5 tons.
New equipment.
Energy weapons, no. I mean, the clan ERPPC is pretty interesting, actually. Wow, bog standard heavy MRM ammo. You don't run into that very often. It's just so rare. SRM rockets, AMS ammo. It's an interesting type. Very interesting. I don't know what I'd use on. AMS fluid guns, a couple of interesting cores, and how many weapon mounts I got? I have none. Hey, I now have a weapon mount. That's good. So there's that. Little odds and ends you pick up at the shop. Show me my mech bay again, please. I didn't get any parts, unfortunately, so I'm just riding my Avatar and King and my Kraken, which I'm not gonna build. It's just never gonna happen. At this point, I'm holding on to it until the end of the month, and that's probably it. Then we'll probably sell it and the Avatar together. I love the Avatar, don't get me wrong, but I don't have a use for it anymore. Let's see, you are a Gauss rifle and twin heavies. But I do need to swap out for something a little bit more aggressive. You are probably done. In fact, you are done. 100%. You are finished. The BlackKnight has eclipsed you. The BlackKnight has rated you for parts, for that matter. So you're pretty much finished. He had a good life. It was a good mech. Solid, reliable for what it did. King Crack is a god amongst mechs. It seriously is a hilarious amount of firepower. God, if you get a side angle with this thing, it just becomes brutally efficient. But yeah, it is everything you need in a battle mech for 5 rounds. It runs out of ammo too fast. It really does. There's no real getting around it. But if you can keep that sucker going until then, you got some fun times out of you. You have one Rack 10 clan. It is 15 tons. A Rack 5 is 14 tons. Oh, the tonnage is so close to being there, but the ammunition isn't. What I want to do is, of course, quad Rack 10. That would be amazing. But unless you're, you know, a 200-ton mech, you don't have the space for it. Quad Rack 5 is a bit of an accomplishment, all things considered. And again, it's very limited on how long you get to do that for. I am really tempted to swap you out for a Royal double heatsink kit, because that might actually be the better solution for you. Do I even have one? I don't think I do. No. No, I've used it already. But a 5% heat reduction would be pretty well seen. This is not accurate. This is half the heat. So what it actually generates is 138 is how much heat this thing actually generates for 60. So it's a little bit toasty and difficult to manage. But manage you can. Especially when you're just snapping it up. There's probably a more efficient way to do this. In fact, I know there is. It's basically you would pull out the rotaries, you pull out the double ton of ammo, and you'd replace it with some sort of missile support. That'd probably be the best place to go with. Probably have MRMs or some description. But this is too much fun for me to ever want to let down until it explodes. Which someday it might explode. If I can find a couple more clan versions of the gun, then we're in business. Because then I can add in more ammunition, and that'll make this thing work. But for now, it is what it is. I was half tempted, not gonna lie, to swap out for the sawed-off thumpers. I thought about taking them. It was a really close thing. Hard and fair, however. Gausswolf. Gausswolf needs a rebuild, I think. Probably as a replacement for the catapult. It's 75 tons, which makes it nice and beefy, able to handle that kind of weight. It's an Omni-Mech, which means you can put whatever the heck you want into it. So what it would probably end up being is actually pretty similar to the Onager. Pull out all of this, all of this, all of this. And then I'd put on... Obviously you'd prefer MML-10s, I don't have them. No, MML-20s, which are rough, don't get me wrong, they're really, really terrible when it comes to heat. Oh, still a medium laser on there. So 86 for 60. These were buffed recently, so they're even better. Not in the version we're playing, but once you move up to the next version of the game, they will be incredibly buffed. Honestly, I kind of would want to run it like the Onager. It's just a little bit too toasty for that, I think. Plasma cannon, and then it's technically, I suppose, probably a PPC, isn't it? Where's Omni? Upper recoil, hardened. I'm positive I have Omni lowers, right? No? Oh, there it are. Oh, it does count as a PPC. That sucks. So you got 2 plasma cannons, and then you go ammo. You get yourself a single double ton for the plasma cannons, which we don't have. Huh. Just have a whole bunch of, normal plasma. Okay, that requires 3 tons then. Because each plasma only get... Oh no, each plasma get... Okay. And then, so we're running through 40 rounds every time. So we need Where's Inferno? There they are. 1, 2. Oh, that's normal SRM ammo. Get the one below it. 2, 3, 4. So this would give us 400 rounds of shooting, which is 10 rounds, and then also we go to LRMs. We go to, it's at the top, isn't it? It knew you would want them. Hydra, and another ton of Hydra. Honestly, is what we would do. We could go with some damaging ammo. That's entirely an option. Although if we want to go with the ideal version, you'd put your double ton here. You'd have 2 more tons remaining. And so you do Hydra, Hydra, Hydra. Or some mix of that. Or improved. Something like that is what we would re-rig it to. Which I could do it right now. The problem is it's too toasty. So the way to fix this, the ideal version, is you break these up into MML10s. So we're going to need 4 more of those. Well, actually 1 more, because I'd pull it off the catapult to do this. So you'd break these into MML10s, you'd get a double ton of plasma ammo, and then you're pretty much rocking. It's a little bit close range with the plasma cannons, because the plasma cannons are... We can't buff them with any sort of accuracy bonus. Also, we'd obviously change out the fire control system, so it's something a little bit more aggressive. But that would be the way to build it, I think, in the way that would work best. But yeah, certain plans. I think the Gauss Wolf has a future in the company. I don't believe the X-Men has a future in the company, and I'm a little skeptical on the Marauder. The Champion is staying in the company. I'm not selling it. You can't make me. It's mine. I'll adore this mech. I think it's awesome. But yeah. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for today's episode. I have been Tarek. If you like what you're seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. Before I see a notification every single time I post one of these videos, press the little bell icon, leave a comment. I hear it's good for the algorithm, and I will see you all in the next episode.